I wasn't aware that was something a person could do.
Stop crying. It won't do any good. And anyway, you have a lot of work to do, starting right now.
If a trans mask owns a binder, it's to make their chest look flatter. If a trans femme owns a binder, it's to show off her trading cards.
In 5, 6, 7, 8, I am ready to give up.
I don't care.
Snap.
I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't give a fuck.
Feel like a brand new boss.
I think the fact that I'm non-binary and the fact that my body still decides to bleed every month is super homophobic. Hashtag cancel my uterus.
It doesn't surprise me. Do you really think that I could care if you really don't like me? Find somebody else, it could be anyone else out there. Don't fret. Alright, honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging.
I'm making copies. Move. I'm gay.
In the workplace, being gay just has its perks. You're just simply a better person.
I'ma grow up and be an astronaut. I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican.
That is the reductionist stereotype that puts people like me in little boxes. You chose the right box, though, I will admit.
I'm a beer and wine drinker, but once I start, it's hard for me to stop sometimes.
You're an alcoholic.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what... Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I thought I'd just like to have a good time.
I deserve the right to love my life, to change my mind, to go outside, to stay alive, to be in public and survive. And I should get to feel like I'm a human, just as real as politicians, Christian women, straight white men, and all their friends.
Why are there rainbows everywhere in Iceland? The rainbow colors were created to show their immense support for pride, diversity, and acceptance. Iceland is considered one of the most LGBTQ friendly countries in the world, also making it one of the safest. You can find rainbow roads and real rainbows all throughout this gorgeous country.
Do it with no handles. Never switching sides, only switching angles. Ooh, we go crazy like Rambo. What it is, ho, what's up? Every good girl needs a little thug. Every black boy needs a little love. If he put it down, I'ma pick it up. What it is, ho, what's up?
I don't really care about the average cis person's opinion on like trans issues. When it comes to like basic human rights, it's like there's no debate. There are the people that are being disparaged and there are the people that aren't being disparaged. I'm not going to debate lord someone's existence. I'm sorry. That's how you become a Nazi, dude. Have we so quickly forgotten about the Jewish question? There's no two sides here. One person is trying to exist and the other person is trying to eradicate them. You debate ideas, not people. People are not debatable.
I actually have a question for you. If I'm a man, would you feel comfortable being in the same locker room as me? Showering and everything? I've had all of the surgeries. Every single surgery. What you see is what you get. Girlies, would you feel comfortable having me showering next to your man in the locker room? Would you? Because if I'm a man, that wouldn't be an issue, right? Right? I thought so.
Nah, I love me a motherfucking tree. Yeah. Got a white boy on my roster, he be feeding me pasta and lobster. He just hit me up on Tuesday, like, what you doing, babe? Let me take you shopping. I told him, well, I'm a little busy. He said, damn, I'm in your city. But anyway, it's okay, hope you have a good day. I'ma see you by day 50. Then I told him, you treat me so well. He said, cash out Pazelle. Matter of fact, scratch that, I'ma see you a stack just cause you fine as hell. And I told him, well, thank you, baby. Anything for my favorite lady. Well, I gotta go, they just let me know that I could pick up my Mercedes. I got hoes, might just be your nigga. In different area codes, he know what's up.
Walking in the street as a transgender woman for 20 min. Wonderful girl recognized me from TikTok. Man started following me, then got saved by 2 girls.
I really miss her and I want to talk to her. I'm gonna call her.
Yo, where the f you at?
But yeah, that's why I did it, because, you know, it made me really happy.
I could listen to her talk all day.
You something slight. You pretty cool, yeah.
She is definitely the most beautiful girl I've ever...
What are you looking at?
Nah, you just look good. You look good, dude.
If she leaves me right now, my heart's gonna be broken into a million pieces.
Yo, you can sleep over if you want.
Yeah, baby, I'd love a sleepover.
Cool.
Girl, I was about to cry if she said no.
You know what really bothers me when transphobes say it?
They're mutilating the children.
Bitch, I could barely afford to mutilate myself. I'm going broke over being transgender, and I hate this. The average American can't even afford a $400 emergency. You think we're running around here giving children surgery. According to Reuters, there were less than 300 top surgeries performed on children in 2021. Underage girls, on the other hand, get boob jobs at almost 20 times that rate. And 80% of boys get circumcision. So who's really out here mutilating the kids? Who's gonna pay for my mutilation? Ugh, Lord, please give me strength.
So companies are changing their profile pictures to honor Pride Month, and that's what CBS did. And then they got some negative comments from it, like Jimmy. He said, just unfollowed you because of this crap. And then CBS responded to Jimmy, thank you for letting us know you were following us. We will block you to prevent that from happening in the future. Jimmy says, thank you. Enjoy AM radio stations and website URLs with 8 backslashes in them. And then he commented, very professional to say, aren't you? The only good show you guys have is Survivor, and I don't have to watch that. And then Survivor commented and voted him off the island.
This is a hard one. I thought I wasn't trans for a very long time. I convinced myself I wasn't. I was pretty good at being a dude. I skated. I mean, I still skate. That doesn't really define anything, but it made it hard to deal with trying to figure out my identity because I saw myself as like this cool alternative, like skater boy. But I realized trying to express myself femininely because I love when men do so. Like I love when men paint their nails, wear crop tops, whatever. That it didn't feel right on me. That the way I wanted to look or feel, it just wasn't giving. Like I wanted to do more, and it really depends on how you feel. Good luck.
I have a trans daughter. There are threats against her life. Just her existence as a human being. There are people that want to annihilate her and people like her. The level of hatred. As if we haven't learned from fascism. Like we haven't learned what the result of that is. The extermination of human beings. That is terrifying. So, Jamie Lee Curtis is scared. And you should be too. And Jamie Lee Curtis has a voice. and she's trying to use it. And you should too. And that's how we change things, is we think about them, we learn about them, and then we use our voices to bring attention to them and to fight against them.
If you can pass, do you kind of become closeted again? This is in reference to me being and looking like a cisgender male. I am not cisgender, I'm transgender. But I get a little bit of criticism because I pass in society, which is the fucking point. It's interesting because you like get to a point in your transition to where like you pass, like you finally get to the point where you've always wanted to get to of passing and like camouflaging into society, but then you sort of feel not part of the community anymore. It's a weird chain of events that unfolds throughout your transition. So do you become closeted again? I mean, it kind of can feel that way. I almost feel a little outcasted from the community. It's a weird thing. Passing and blending into the world is like exactly what I've always wanted. But now that I have it, it's like I'm in my own bubble again.
Okay, so a national state of emergency has been declared in America for LGBTQ plus people by the Human Rights Commission. But what does that even mean, I hear you ask? Look it up for yourself, but I'm going to tell you the top line facts. Firstly, they have released a statement of emergency, which basically just states what the emergency is about and why they have decided to declare one. They've also released what they're calling a handbook, which has a bunch of resources, like different laws in different states of America, as well as rights for LGBTQ plus people in different states of America as well. How to determine access for healthcare, how to finance yourself a move to a safer state or place and finding employment, information for filing complaints against civil rights laws, as well as a bunch of other stuff about how to identify rhetoric and how to oppose anti-LGBTQ plus situations on school boards or in other areas of your life. And then finally, the Human Rights Commission have also released information for travelers coming to the United States of America, which is pretty terrifying. That is just the overview of a very in-depth document, so please go and look at it yourself. This is supposed to be Pride Month, and it's really hard to feel pride when human rights are being violated across the entire globe.
Okay, so if you're transitioning from male to female, even the very basic things might seem really overwhelming. I got you, don't worry. I'm going to talk about skincare and the basic things you might not know that you need to start out. The very, very basics, you're going to need a face wash, whether that's a daily exfoliator or a regular face wash and just like a weekly exfoliator. And then you're going to need a moisturizer, and you need two kinds. You need one for your face and one for your body. I know that when I first started my transition, I didn't think I'd ever used body moisturizer in my life. I don't even know if I'd used face moisturizer. So it was definitely difficult having to learn all these new things and figure out when to apply them and all that. Fortunately, it's a lot easier than you think. All the packages have instructions of where they go into your routine, and if they don't, you can easily Google it and they'll get loads of articles telling you where to slot in what product. A very, very basic routine is a face wash, like I said, and a moisturizer. You can make it slightly more advanced with like a face wash and toner and then a moisturizer, and then from there you can just keep adding things into your routine until you get something that really works for your skin. You don't need any fancy products at all, just your hands. Hopefully this helps you, and follow me for more tips.
The LGBTQ plus community that we are here to celebrate and honor is constantly experiencing the struggles that some of us have only had to face due to COVID-19, such as isolation, being distanced or removed from our families, or feeling a loss of freedom and lockdown. Hate and injustice and inequality, it's a global pandemic all on its own. This community and the rights of individuals a part of it are at risk. Lockdown does not have to be physical. What about when you aren't able to move freely as your fully expressive self because of violence or judgment? Not cute. My goal through Happy Hippie, my nonprofit that supports LGBTQ plus youth, is to erase the hate and replace it with freedom. Standing here in a state that stands proud on patriotism, and in the US that represents the land of the free, there is an extensive amount of devoted action that must take place for this country to be exactly all of that for all Americans.
And anybody who comes to a Lizzo show should know that I am for people to have the right to have their reproductive, gender-affirming rights. And there's times I get very political, and as adults, we feel it, but there's children here tonight. And it really breaks my heart that there are young people growing up in a world that doesn't protect them. So, let me be your safe space tonight and just tell you, young people, don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let any laws tell you who you're not, bitch. You are, I'm sorry for saying bitch, I'm just Don't let any laws tell you who you're not. You are who you are, okay? I see you. You are valid. You deserve to be here in every form. You contain multitudes. These laws are not real. You are what's real. And you deserve to be protected. You deserve to be protected. For anyone whose inner child needed to hear that, you deserve to be protected too. This song is dedicated to all of y'all. Let's have a good time, okay?